Maramakats, I wonder if that's how you pronounced it. Maramakats asks, is there any news on when the Bequin Trilogy will be coming out? Yes. Essentially, it's a year away now, which I know sounds like an enormously long time, but I've actually got to write the first part. But that is my next Black Library book after Horus Heresy, the first part of the Bequin Trilogy, which will be, for those of you who don't know, the third and final Inquisitor Trilogy, the sequel to the Eisenhorn Trilogy and the Ravenel Trilogy, and it is effectively Eisenhorn versus Ravenel. It's called the Bequin Trilogy because Ravenel was a character in Eisenhorn and became the lead character in the second trilogy. Bequin, Elizabeth Bequin, is a character in both of these, and she takes centre stage in the third trilogy. Ms. Andy, are we ever going to see a Harlan Nale book? Yes, yes. Essentially, because he's a favourite character of mine, Harlan Nale from the Inquisitor series. I don't know if it will ever be branded as a Harlan Nale book. He's going to play a really important role in the Bequin books. So, essentially, there's going to be a lot of Harlan Nale book there. We'll see if he ever then justifies having his own story. Thomas Flannery asks, which 40k story character has been the most difficult to write and how did you overcome it? Eisenhorn was very difficult to write because I decided to write it in first person, and simply from the point of view was very difficult. But I did overcome it for 3 books and enjoyed it enormously. I think the first person is one of the reasons that the first person point of view is one of the reasons that people like those books very much, and it's something I intend to come back and have another crack at sometimes. It's about time I wrote another first person book, I think. Mark Anthony, who is a regular poster on my Facebook particularly, asks, how much of yourself do you put in some of your characters? Some Renaissance artists used to sign by making a self-portrait. One of the secondary characters in the painting will be the artist himself. Are there any characters where you can safely say, that's me, or a scene which is reminiscent of an event that really happened? Thanks. Yes, I don't think I do it deliberately. There are certain characters I sort of identify with in a sort of joking way. The character of William Beaver in the Triumph novel, who is the biographer, who suddenly emerges as a first-person point of view in the course of the book, I always sort of jokingly think of as me, although I don't think he's anything like me. Similarly, the Imperial tactician Anthony Biota in the Gaunt's Ghost novels, for some reason, because I think he stands at the back and tells everybody else what to do, which is kind of my role as author of the Gaunt's Ghost series. And jokingly, Harlan Nale, because he's got a beard and a shaven head. On a more serious note, if you had to be one of your characters, which would you be? Well, gosh, I honestly don't know. It'd be quite cool to be Loken, I think, because he's such a cool. I mean, as far as Space Marines go, he's about as cool as a Space Marine ever gets. Quite like to be Harlan Nale because I sort of imagine that. I mean, or you know, being Eisenhorn with the. I mean, he's got a miserable life, but telepathic talent. I don't know. Maybe I'd just be Kara Swell and never leave my room. Mitch Pays asks, if I ask really nice, can you do a story about Taurus Revoke? Yes, Mitch. He's a great character from the Ravenel books. Mitch actually apologises for the bad spelling because he's amazingly hungover. Yes, I think Torvos Provoke isn't really his name, is it? But anyway, I know what you mean, and he's a great character. I always see him as Ron Silver in The West Wing, actually. Very cool. Kevin Gill-Martin, what's the latest update on the Bequin Trilogy? It's pretty much the same as it was 2 hours ago when I started answering these questions. That's the latest update, the news from Bequin. That's the next book I start. You'll see it fall next year, autumn next year. Can't wait. It's probably worth pointing out that you can friend me on Facebook if you wanted to at Dan Abnett Primary Clone. That is actually my second page because you will easily find a page called Dan Abnett. In fact, you'll find lots of pages on there, but there is clearly one that's Dan Abnett, that's me, and it's full. It's absolutely full. You can try friending me there, but you're probably not going to get, because a space. Every now and then a space does open up, and it tends to get filled sort of automatically because there are people who ask to friend me who I can't message to tell me to go somewhere else. But anyway, the point is, if you want to friend me on Facebook, go to Dan Abnett Primary Clone, which is a duplicate. I didn't want to open a fan page because I think that's a very strange thing to do, and I like the fact that there is a direct point of contact. So opening a second page is nice. Everything I post on one page I post on the other. Come along, talk, join the fun. It'd be great fun. You can follow me on Twitter at Dan Abnett Club. That's all one word, Dan Abnett Club. Or for a more casual approach, you can follow me and Nick on Twitter at Vincent Abnett, all one word. And my blog is at danabnett.com, which I'm sure many of you who've asked me questions already know. And in fact, if you're looking at this on my blog, you already knew it before anyway. Thank you for all the questions. I look forward to talking to you again.